I have on other occasions explained why you cannot go to jail even if you are violating the lockdown. However, things have changed now. I made a recent video in which a Delhi couple was arrested by the police for violating the lockdown, but I explained over there that the police charged them with section 353 of the Indian Penal Code as well, which is the allegation of force or assault on a public servant to deter him from discharge of his duty. And because of that being a non-bailable offence, they were arrested, and at least from the first time that we heard about it, they were denied bail by the magistrate's court. I do not know. It's been approximately a month since that, so I am not sure whether bail has been granted by appellate courts or not. However, what I wanted to talk about was the change in scenario if you are found violating the lockdown rules. Of course, if you are very, very polite, if you're very, very nice to them, and if you know how to tackle the police, you can get away with a best case scenario of being charged with section 188 of the IPC, and you can call it a day. You will not be arrested. You will be, summons will be sent to your house by the court of the magistrate. You appear before the magistrate. From what I hear, don't take my word for it, but from what I hear from several dozens of people who have gone through this process, they tell me that they appeared before the magistrate. The magistrate either imposed a small fine of the 2,000 or 3,000 rupees that the magistrate wanted to, and on some occasions the magistrate said, don't do this again, and let them go without paying anything at all. But coming back to the dangers, the rigors of section 353 of the IPC, there have been a lot of occasions where the police are scared of doing something initially. Then they see that the ends of the justice that they wanted is not being achieved. A lot of times justice not being justice as per the law, but justice as per their own eyes. Sometimes that also involves how much of justice goes into their pocket. Having said that, 188 was being done earlier. I have heard no situation, at least in 2020, of a person being charged under 353 IPC. But let me tell you this. Of course, the definition of criminal force and assault is also so vague and so loose that almost anyone who is having even the slightest bit of an argument with the police can be termed by them to be exerting force on them, right? And so therefore 353 can legitimately be also invoked by them, as was the case with that lady screaming and shouting at them as well. So you have to be extremely careful when dealing with the police. Do not give them a reason, because from what I am seeing is that I have these reports coming almost every other day of people being charged by the police under 353 along with 186, which is also deterring a public servant from doing his duty. And I think 188 will also automatically be invoked by the police in cases like these. But the difficulty is them being non-bailable, at least 353 being non-bailable, you will go to jail if they want to send you to jail. And so the dynamic has changed quite a bit. One, I would say definitely do not violate the rules, the law of the land. And secondly, if you do for some very, very urgent reason, at least be sure to keep a calm mind. Do not shout. Do not argue. Do not get into heated debates with the police, especially in these high times of tension where the police themselves are overworked, they themselves are scared about catching the virus, and they are out there doing their duty. It is far better to plead with them and to plead with their good sense and the humanity in their hearts, rather than confront them out of the frustrations of your own minds. If you don't, it's going to be very, very painful. Because in these times, in the coronavirus pandemic, lockdown times, even getting bail has become twice as difficult, because the court staff, from experience I can tell you, half the court staff has tested positive and is out of order, because of which even if you file a bail application, you call up the reader and you tell them that this bail application has been filed, the reader will tell you that the bail application, which otherwise on any regular day would be listed the very next day in the morning itself, or if you filed the bail application prior to 12 p.m., the bail application will be listed before the judge at 2 p.m. itself. And if after 12, the next day itself. Nowadays, what's happening is these bail applications where you are in custody and your relatives and your lawyers are running around trying to get bail for you, to draft it, to sign the affidavits and whatnot. Even, after doing that, when you file the bail application, it's taking anywhere from 3 to 7 days for that bail application to be listed. So think about it. If you are arrested, if you go to jail, it will take a minimum, I would say, of 10 days to 20 days, maybe even 30 days, even for an offense as small as 353 IPC, especially if it is a false accusation by the police just because they're pissed off with you. If you like this video, please subscribe, please press the bell notification and comment on it as well. And if you can share, that would be lovely as well. Thank you for watching.